Hi friends, what are things that you can do right now to help with your sobriety? Number one, I would say try to surround yourself with positive people. Find people who actually care about you and your recovery. I know that's very much cliche in the rooms, but that's something that actually was critical for me, even in the early phases before I was completely sober. Number two, I would say if you're using any kind of substance, whether it's alcohol or whether it's other types of substances, try to cut back first. It's going to be way easier for you to stop. And not to say that stopping is easy, because I stopped a zillion times before I finally stopped. But cutting back is going to be critical. Whether it's alcohol, cutting back the amount that you drink every day, or other types of things, using something that's maybe not as strong as what you normally do, or spacing out in between the day, the things that you use, or using something, a softer, quote unquote, substance versus the ones that you normally use. It's going to be much easier for you. And number three, I'm going to say try to keep track and actually start keeping a log of your substance use. So then when you decide to do whatever it is that you're going to do to try to help yourself, you're going to actually know where you're starting from. So a lot of times, particularly with drinking, people think that they're drinking a certain amount, but when they actually find out how much they're drinking, they're quite surprised. And even with myself, someone who was a very heavy heroin user, when I finally found out, at one point I was using up to 2 grams a day, I was like, oh my God. What am I going to do? And I've tried a lot of different things before I finally stopped. And you know what? That's going to be the fourth thing. If something doesn't work for you, be flexible. Try something else. Try something else, because you know what? There is no one way to do recovery, and there's no one way to get sober. So whatever works for you. And then if that stops working, try something else.